Welcome to V-Guide TV. This is part 2 video of current electricity. Before watching part 2 video of current electricity, you have to watch part 1 video of current electricity. In this video, I am discussing about drift velocity and Ohm's law in terms of conductivity and current density. Drift velocity. It is the velocity of a charged particle in the presence of an external field. What's the meaning? In the presence of the field, what's the velocity of a charged particle is called by the name drift velocity. We can even call it as average velocity of a charged particle in the presence of an external field. So I can write in short, drift velocity is proportional to electric field. External field, in this case I am giving electric field. So for example, for a conductor, see I marked a diagram here. This is a conductor. Okay. This conductor, we are subjected to an electric field. So with what velocity these particles are moving? Average velocity in which the particles are moving in a direction opposite to the field. That is termed as drift velocity. In a direction opposite to the field. It means, I'll tell you. See, this is a conductor. In this conductor, large number of electrons are there. Right? In the first, the electrons are moving in a random direction. If there is no field. But if you give a field, the electrons are moving in a direction opposite to the field, because electric field direction is from positive to negative. But electrons are moving from negative to positive. That's what I marked it like this. Electrons are moving like this, but your electric field is in this direction. So I can tell that drift velocity is nothing but the velocity of a charged particle in the presence of an external field, and if you want you can just extend it in a direction opposite to the field. So in this case we are taken which field only? Electric field. So I can tell that average velocity is termed as drift velocity. Okay, simple thing. And here if I can write like mu Vd, that is drift velocity proportional to electric field. For removing proportionality, you keep a constant, that is mu into E. This mu is called mobility. Mu is called mobility. So mobility can be defined as, if you want mobility, how to define mobility? It is Vd by E. That is ratio of drift velocity by electric field. That is called by the name mobility. And its unit we can write as, velocity is meter per second, electric field is volt per meter. So we can write meter square, volt inverse, second inverse. Or meter per second by Newton per Coulomb also we can write. So Coulomb meter, Newton inverse, second inverse. These are the unit of mobility. And this drift velocity is very small of order 10 power minus 4 meter per second. Very small. As the velocity is very small, innumerable number of electrons are present in a conductor. Because of that current we can measure. Okay. So what I'm talking about the drift velocity. Drift velocity, I told, it's an average velocity of a charged particle in the presence of an external field. Why we are talking about external field? If there is no external field, they move randomly. If they move randomly, what about their velocity? Their velocity is 0. So I'm just writing another expression. V average, I need to find, I told you average velocity. So V average is U average plus AT. It is V equal to U plus AT equation only. U average, I told, as it is moving in random direction, U average is 0 plus A into T. I can write another letter called tau. Tau is called relaxation time. It means if you are taking a charged particle, it collides with another charged particle. it can collide with one more charged particle. So what is the time interval between two successive collision is called relaxation time. What is relaxation time? Time interval between two successive collisions. I am writing in shortcut forms only, but I hope you are understanding. Relaxation time interval between two successive collisions we call by a name relaxation time. So what happened to your equation? You see, V equals U plus AT. U, I told, if there is no field or like average velocity in the initial case due to random motion, it is 0. 0 plus AT. I can write Vd equals A into tau, where A, who is our A? Acceleration. I can write F equals ma. A equals F by m. What is F? QE. QE by m. In this case, who is our Q? Electron. EE by m. So I can write in place of A as minus EE by m. Minus indicates the charge of the particle. I repeat, I told you V average is nothing but A tau. A, acceleration. A, I can find by Newton's law, F equal to ma, A equal F by m, that is QE by m. Q in this case is electron, EE by m. So I am writing Vd equals minus EE by m into tau. Right? Why minus? Because the charge we are writing it as minus E. So drift velocity, I got two equations from this page. One is mu E, that is in terms of mobility. Another one I got it as minus EE by m into tau, where E is the electric field. I hope you know F equal to QE equation you learned in the first chapter. F equal to QE, where Q is EE. Q is E, this E we are writing. So we will write minus EE by m into tau. Clear? Then I told you an important thing. Mobility is called Vd by E, that is drift velocity per electric field. Its units I told, and I told you drift velocity is very small of order 10 power minus 4, and what is called tau? Tau is called relaxation time. So I hope there are two new terms you are learning. One is mu and tau here, and another one drift velocity. Clear? Now, next I am writing another equation for drift velocity. Let this be a conductor. Same our previous conductor only, little more little more neatly I have drawn. So this is a conductor, area is A, L is the length. Then here I am taken, consider a conductor of length L and area of cross section A subjected to a potential difference V. Here I am giving a potential difference. It means we are giving an electric field. Then small n, that is little. You have to remember, keep it in your mind. N. N means number of electrons per unit volume. N is number of electrons per unit volume, called number density. I should find how many charges are present in this conductor. So it is Q equals Ne. Q equals Ne. So Q equals Ne. Okay, Q equals Ne. I can write an equation. Q equals N, I can write NaL. I hope you understood, because N is for volume. Okay, so we should write here N, capital N is equal to small n into V. That is N into A into L. So I can write NaLe. So I told many times for my students, Q equals nail. For a conductor of L length, A cross section, I can write Q equals nail, NaLe. And the current I equals Q by T, that is NaLe by T. That also I told many students, like L by T, that is distance by time, that is speed. Okay, distance by, if a electron is traveling from one end to another end, it travels a distance of L. In a time of T, I can write speed as NaVe. Or you can tell a shortcut formula for current also. I have a shortcut relation oven. AVEN, oven. Current I equals oven. So these two I told how to remember. Q equals nail, I equals oven. Clear? AVEN. We are getting NAV. I just made it another form to remember. AVEN. So now I am concluding all. I got total 3 equation now for drift velocity. One is from the previous page, mu e. This also from the previous page, minus EE by m into tau. Another one from here, from oven I got. From oven you can write VD as cross multiply I by AEN. I by AEN. Clear? So these are the equation for drift velocity. Now, we got many new terms here. Here I am just talking about Ohm's law in terms of conductivity. We learned Ohm's law. In the first video I gave Ohm's law. That's a normal Ohm's law. Okay, simple Ohm's law in terms of VI and R. But here we are including some other terms. See here the same conductor, previous same conductor I have taken. AB the area of cross section, LB the length. Okay, I am writing equation from the previous page only. We already derived an equation for drift velocity as EE by m into tau. Okay, so I am just writing that equation directly. Drift velocity in this case I can write EE by m into tau. I am writing like a continuation only. And in the another page we derived an equation for drift velocity as oven. So what I am doing is I am writing those two equations again. Drift velocity as EE by m into tau, I equals oven. Now simple thing, we are substituting equation 2 in equation number 1. That is I equals A into, in place of V I can write EE by m into tau. I wrote only magnitude. EE by m into tau. It means drift velocity I am substituting. We know this is drift velocity, right? So we are substituting equation 1 and 2. So E into N. Now you see N, E into E square, A tau by M into E. E is V by L. E is V by L. Because electric field we can write in terms of potential, that is V by L. This equation if you arrange, I will get it as V by I. What is V by I? V by I equals cross multiply m by n e square tau into L by A. Check it once what I did. I have taken this equation. This is your I, right? This and this equation I am just adjusting. I am taking the term V by I. So rest all terms goes up. M by n e square tau into L by A. Why I wrote like this? Because we know who is V by I or R. Right? So I can remember my equation R is equal to rho L by A. That is the reason L by A I wrote little here. Right? So I understood this. This V by I is your R. This is your rho. This I can write as L by A. So I got another important equation, rho as m by n e square tau. Very important equation for rho. Resistivity, till now we did not write any equation for resistivity. Now I am telling here resistivity we can write rho equals m by n e square tau, where m is mass of the electron, n is number density, e is electronic charge and tau is the relaxation time. Clear? Then you can write one more equation. You just see this equation again, that is I is equal to this equation number 1 I kept. I equals n e square A tau by m into E. In this equation if you take I by A if you take, what is the term I am getting? This equation again will get cross multiply. I by A if you take, we are getting the reverse of this one, right? I by A if I am writing, take it down. This equation if I am taking I by A, if I am taking, the opposite of this term is coming here. This is m by n e square tau, means this is n e square tau by m. That means 1 by rho. So I'm writing I by A is 1 by rho into E, where 1 by rho means reciprocal of resistivity. Reciprocal of resistivity is called conductivity, right? How fast it can conduct, conductivity. So I can write this equation as another form. I by A is a new term in current electricity called current density. So current density J equals 1 by rho, I can write sigma into E. This is called Ohm's law in terms of conductivity. Okay, simple thing. We are writing drift velocity as E by m into tau. Current is Owen. In that V we are substituting as E by m into tau. We get an equation, right? From this I found two things. From this, how to get rho, that only I did first. For that, E I wrote in terms of V by L. Then I found what is V by I, because V by I is R. From that, I got rho is equal to m by n e square tau. That part over, because in few questions they may ask what are the factors depends on resistivity. That part over. Next, again we are going back to the same equation and we are finding what is I by A. So when I am doing I by A, I found just reciprocal of this term. So I wrote 1 by rho into E. So I am calling that to as new term I by A called current density and 1 by rho called conductivity. I by A called current density and 1 by rho called conductivity. So we got a beautiful equation. J equals sigma E is called Ohm's law in terms of conductivity. Now you see the last term, that is called current density. Current density at a point inside the conductor is defined as the amount of current flowing per unit area around that point of the conductor, provided area in a direction normal to the current. So current density is nothing but we are taken current by area. What is your current? Current is Owen by area A. So we can write VEN. Simple formula for current density is VEN. When? How we are getting when? Owen by A. Its unit is ampere meter per minus 2. And in simple form I can tell that current is the flux of current density. Next, it is current per unit area. And the very important point is it is a vector quantity. Current density is a vector quantity. And it is a characteristic property of the particular point inside the conductor and not for the whole conductor, only for the particular area. So I can write another beautiful equation, that is J is equal to, or I is equal to integral of J dot ds. Why I write like that? Because I told you J is a vector quantity. Area also it's a vector. So these two, the product of two vector is coming as a scalar, means we can put a dot product. So you can write in short form I equals integral of J ds. I hope you like this video. If you need more videos, subscribe VGuide TV. Thank you.